Hi, my name is Michelle Vamos, and today I'm going to walk you through my building challenge program. In this program, we're going to build a whole bunch of different structures and different things using things we have around the house. Some of these items include food. If you don't have those items, that's okay. You can use something else. The funnest part is going around your house and seeing what you have to do these different challenges with. So the first one I'm going to show you involve food. The first one is mini marshmallows and spaghetti. For this, I am using a thin spaghetti. If you have normal spaghetti, that's totally fine. And then I'm also using mini marshmallows. If you only have normal size marshmallows, that is totally fine as well. You want to do this on a plate or on a surface it's okay if it gets a little messy. I have glass on my table, so I'm just going to do it right on my table. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you are doing this just against yourself multiple times, or you're doing it against a family member or a friend on a video call, that you all have the same amount of supplies, right? Because if you have more supplies than I have, then you would be at an unfair advantage. So we want everyone on the same playing field. So I have my marshmallows. Let's see, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 26 marshmallows, and then I'm going to take, I guess we should maybe make it 30, right? 30 marshmallows, and then I have my pasta. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, we'll just have 20. I think that's enough. Okay. And then you're going to build, with this one, your tallest structure that you can make. Yes, we want it to be tall, but we also want to make sure that it can stand up. So what I do for this program is I have everyone plan out. So I have you draw out with a pen and paper, or you can use markers or whatever you'd like, how you want your structure to look. And then you're actually going to try to bring that picture you drew to life and make it. So one thing is, right, if we have a really tall building, but it doesn't stand up straight, or the wind blows it over, then it's not really what we want. We want it to stand up straight, and we also want it to be strong, but also we want it to be the tallest. So it's super tricky. You have to do a whole bunch of different things. The marshmallows are great because they are sticky. They kind of work as a glue agent. So you can take the marshmallows and open them up. Again, if you have bigger ones, you can make them smaller. You can do whatever you'd like. You can manipulate your items that you have. Also with the pasta, you can break it. Did you see that? You can break it, make it into smaller pieces. You can leave it be big, whatever you'd like. But so you're going to make your structure. Then once the structure is finished, I make sure that everyone, we count to 15, so 15 seconds, see if it can at least stand up for 15 seconds. If it can't, then you're disqualified and you have to make another one. But again, tallest, strongest, you can measure it with a ruler or measuring tape to see which one is the tallest. And then it's super fun because afterwards you can eat your leftover marshmallows and then you can make pasta for dinner. So that's the first one. The second one is very similar, but we're using things that are a lot smaller. So instead of using pasta, we're going to use toothpicks. And instead of marshmallows, we're going to use dots. So dots are a lot stickier than the marshmallows are. And they actually hold up a lot stronger. As you can see, when I put the toothpick in the marshmallow, the toothpick in the dot, if I put the stick in the marshmallow, it's a little harder to get it to stand up straight. Okay, and again, you're going to want to make the tallest building. But for this one, we also want to see that it is weight bearing. So once you make your building, and again, I don't want to show you exactly what to do because I want you guys to be creative and come up with your own ideas. But once you have your, just make a really simple little triangle right here. Once you have your building, we can also kind of put the bridge experiment the bridge challenge and the pasta and marshmallows challenge together, and then we can see how strong it is. Ooh, so that one, not so much. One thing you do want to remember with all this is the base is the most important, right? If we don't have a strong base, doesn't matter how good it is up here, it will all fall down. So that's the next one. And again, if you don't have dots, you can use other candies that are sticky. Even if you don't have any, if you don't want to use any food, you can use chopsticks and Play-Doh. We're going to build another structure using, not toothpicks, using popsicle sticks and clothespins. So here I have a whole bag of clothespins, and I have my popsicle sticks. So how we had the dots and the marshmallows as a base, now we're going to use the clothespins. One thing I'll tell you about the clothespins is that whenever I do this, I always have the bottom, not the part that opens, the part that you squeeze together on the bottom. And then I use my popsicle sticks here, and then you just want to build up. Again, seeing how tall they can go, how strong. And you could also even put the popsicle sticks and the clippers to the side, but I just never have it, well, you can try, but I've never been successful having the opening down. So I always either have it up or on its side. And again, tall, strong, and if you want, you could always put weight on it too, but you know, you really have to make sure that's really strong before you do that. The next experiment we're going to do involves a flat surface. So right now I am using 2 chairs. You want them to be flat, and you also want them to be the same height. Originally I was going to use the counter at my kitchen and my kitchen table, but those were not the same height. So I am just using 2 of the same chairs. Then you want some plastic straws and some tape. You want painter's tape or a tape like that. You don't want anything that's too sticky. Also, Scotch tape is not sticky enough. So painter's tape or something close to it is the best. And then you're also going to want some books. I would maybe have about 10 books, 10 or 15 books. What we are going to be doing is we are going to be making a bridge using the straws and the tape. And then we are going to see how many books our bridge can hold. So the only rules are that if you are doing this as a competition, you're doing it against someone else or against yourself, you want to make sure you use the same amount of straws both times. And then the tape, you can only use on the straws, and you can only use a little bit to put it on to your table or onto your chairs to steady itself. Okay, so again, everyone has the same amount of tape, straws, and then what you're going to do is once you have your bridge, you're going to put 1 book at a time on the middle of the bridge. You want to make sure when you do this that the 2 things that you are putting your bridge on are the same length when you make yours and when someone else makes theirs. And then you want to make sure you're using the same books and in the same order, because some books are heavier than others. So you're going to take 1 book, put it on, and then another, and then another. And then once your bridge falls, whatever number of books you've had on before it falls or when it falls, that's when you decide the number. So let's say you have 4 books on, you put the 5th and it falls right away, we count that 5th as the cutoff. So for these, again, I'm not going to show you how to do it because I want you to be creative and come up with your own ideas. But super fun, and it's exciting. Even though your bridge will fall at the end, still a fun time and still exciting to see what you're able to make. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a marble maze. I just had a box, so I used a box of nectarines. If you had a box on like an Amazon box or anything, that would work too. Or you could even just do it on like a steady piece of cardboard. You don't need it to be a box. So what we're going to do is we are going to use popsicle sticks, our box, and tape to make a marble maze. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your popsicle sticks and your tape, and you're going to tape them on to the inside of your box. Again, it doesn't have to have sides, but if it doesn't have sides and you just want to make sure that you're keeping the marble within the lines. This will just help me a little bit so that kind of gives some extra help that it has the sides there. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your popsicle stick standing up in your box. And then you want to make it like a road. So you want to make 2 sides. So that, I'm just going to put it down, then I'll pick it up to show you. So you have enough room for your marble to move around. Another important thing is that you want your popsicle sticks to be sturdy and standing up. Okay. And then you can just kind of make it go whichever way you want. I'll just put a few just so you can get the gist of it. Then you can have fun doing this 2 ways. You can see who's able to make a maze that works, or you can make the mazes, make sure it works before you give it to someone else, and then you can see who can complete the maze first. Okay, so again, just giving a little roadway for the maze, for the marble to move. And 2, when you do this, you don't want it to be straight the whole time. You want to make it kind of move to the left, move to the right, kind of move around. So again, I'm just going to put one more just so you can kind of see what it should start to look like. And the bigger the box, the bigger maze you can make. So again, this is not going to be a very long maze. It's not going to be too tricky. And I could not find any marbles in my house. So I decided that I'm going to show you with a ping pong ball, which you could totally do too. Okay. So right here, I have the start, which is against, like I said, using the box as a side here. And then I'm going to try to get it to go down here. Let's see. Oh, it went. Again, a little hard to show you guys, but let's do it one more time. Oh, if you can see, there we go. So super fun. And if you want to, you can decorate the box. You can decorate the inside. When I've done this at programs, I've had people use popsicle sticks. And if you want, you can do this to decorate it. Have popsicle sticks standing up, and then take construction paper and make little people, and have little people in your maze. Again, decorate the outside of it, whatever you'd like to do, just to be fun, creative, and build something. Okay, for this next one, we're going to use something that I'm sure you all have around the house. We're going to use popsicle sticks again, our handy tape, and then we are going to use toilet paper rolls, toilet paper or paper towel rolls. And what we are going to do is you're going to build a slide using these objects. So you can do whatever you like, but usually the paper towel rolls are used for the actual slide part. And then the popsicle sticks are used for the steps, right? When you have a slide, usually unless it's part of a whole big playground, you have stairs that go up, and then you have the slide that goes down. Before, I was just starting to make some of the steps. See, I put the popsicle sticks together, and then I have my slide. The one thing is you want to make sure that it is more or less flat on the inside. You don't want a lot of big bumps because you don't want the ball to get stuck. And then you can make your slide. Of course, a ball cannot climb up the steps, but it can go down the slide. So you can, again, we're using tape. We are using the paper towel roll. We're using the popsicle sticks. And you just want to make sure that you're not putting any of the tape on the table. The tape is only being used for the actual parts. And I have to tape this together. I just wanted to show you a little quick version of what you can do. And also you can make it as tall as you want. You just want to make sure that it works as a slide. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email the library or comment below. And if you want to share what creations you made, we'd love to see them. We hope you have fun, and we will see you soon. Thanks so much.